Are we live?
We are live now, doctor. Yes.
Okay. So let me just put this on screen mode. So a very good evening, everyone. On behalf of Team YOSI and YOSI Socio-Cultural, I welcome you to the celebration of World Earth Day. And we have a very unique, out of the box activity planned for you. And what it is, we'll move on further. So before we move on, let me start by introducing you to the Team YOSI. This is the YOSI Governing Council. Dr. Devakan Mishra as the President, Dr. Sonal as the Immediate Past President, Dr. Karan as the Vice President, Dr. Nilesh as a Secretary, Dr. Aditya as a Treasurer, and Dr. Prasanna V. Ramesh as a Joint Secretary. And they're backed up by a very dynamic pan-India young executive team. Dr. Sonal Kalia, during her tenure as the president, formed a lot of presidential working groups. So one of them was the YOSI Social Culture, which was actually her brainchild. So during that tenure, we conducted a plethora of activities. So reels, photography, creativity contest, Rangoli art, poems, health and mindfulness, and beyond physical sessions is what we did. So this is the new theme of the YOSI Social Culture, and we've come out with our own dynamic, vibrant logo. And as you can see with the logo, this sort of defines us, what social culture is all about. So as the new team took over, we conducted a plethora of activities. We celebrated the Youth Day, the Cornea Donation Fortnight, the World Photography Day. We also had the World Tourism Day. Then we had a creativity contest. We also celebrated Children's Day. Then we celebrated the Christmas. And then we also recently celebrated as a part of Celebrate Your Mentor contest. And also we celebrated the Glaucoma World, the YOSI Glaucoma Focus Group. In collaboration, we celebrated the YOSI Glaucoma Week webinar. So today here we are. So this concept of, celebrating World Earth Day was actually given by Dr. Sunandini Bose, who's a YOSI executive member and also the core member of YOSI Social Cultural. So she suggested, let's, celebrate this. So she came up with this contest of Nurture I Nature. So we invited entries for reels and arts, and we, as you can see, we've received some wonderful entries, and today all of them you'll get to witness all of them, and we have some very dynamic judges on board who will be judging and giving their comments. So without further much ado, over to you, Dr. Sunandini, to introduce our judge and panelists. Over to you, Sunandini.
Thank you, ma'am. A very good evening, everybody. So we have our first judge, Dr. Sumita Agarkar, ma'am. She's a consultant pediatric ophthalmology and strabismus as Shankar Netralaya, Chennai. She has more than 25 years of experience in dealing with the ocular problems in children. She is a member of All India Ophthalmology Society, Tamil Nadu Ophthalmic Association. She was also the Joint Secretary of Strabismological Society of India. She has received a Certificate of Merit in Anatomy and Physiology and Ecoin Netra Seva Award. She has contributed various book chapters and is a very popular speaker and has presented in various meetings and national and international as faculty. Dr. Sonal Kalia, ma'am, she is currently an associate professor of ophthalmology at SMS Medical College, Jaipur. She is also the immediate past president of Young Ophthalmology Society of India. She has received achievement awards at Rising Star Promising Young Ophthalmologist Gold Award in February 2025 by Bombay Ophthalmological Association, BOA, at Mumbai. She has received the Young Achievers Award by Global Conclave of WOW and WOS in 2000 in November 2022. And she has also completed the AIS LDP program as an alumni. And she has also got the first rank in RPRC. Next, ma'am. We have Dr. Lipi Chakravarti. She is a professor and HOD at CCM Government Medical College, Durg, Chhattisgarh. She has done her glaucoma fellowship from Arvind Eye Hospital, Madurai, and her interests are music, painting, art, gardening, and poetry. And we have Dr. Nilesh. He is the current secretary of YOSI. He is also the medical director of Madhvi Netralaya ARA. He is also an innovator of DIGS and DIGS Pro. He has presented in various national and international conferences and has written more than 90 plus peer-reviewed published articles. So we have with as moderator Dr. Nupur Goel. She is a team lead of YOSI's socio-cultural team. She has completed long-term fellowship in comprehensive and oculoplasty from LV Prasad, Hyderabad, and currently working as a consultant anterior segment and oculoplasty at Eye Care Eye Hospital and PG Institute, Noida. And I'm Dr. Sunandini Bose. I'm an executive member of Young Ophthalmology Society of India, core member of YOSI Socio-Cultural team, and I currently practice in New Delhi in Bhagat Hospital Private Limited. With this, I think we have a first
We can invite
entry.
Dr. Nilesh to first speak a few words on
Okay,
the
sorry. Yeah.
YOSI
Rajyasri
Governing
Kapoor.
Council. Our secretary, YOSI. Over to you, Dr. Nilesh.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I think this is a great opportunity and a great idea. I think socio-cultural team has been beyond, like it has been growing its activities, and it has it has taken us from the academics to the extra academics, and now we have a sense of belonging because we are celebrating the world, like World Earth Day today. We have celebrated music, we have celebrated art, and we have celebrated eye donation and everything. So that sense of celebration and belonging to the entire community and not just the ophthalmologists, that has been brought by socio-cultural team. And today, I think they are going to make us realize that we are just not the healers of vision; we are the healers of Earth as well. So, with that remark, I wish them all the best. Keep doing all the good work. We will be more than happy to support all the activities that are going to happen with socio-cultural in future. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Nilesh, for this kind words for the UC Socio-Cultural team. I think we'll start with the first artwork that is by Dr. Gunjan Buddhiraja. Dr. Gunjan, you can unmute yourself and
Yeah.
present the artwork.
One second. This thing is stuck. 1 second. My screen is yeah.
Okay.
1 second.
No, ma'am, this is a,
Yeah. So can you introduce Dr. Gunjan? Nannik, you
yes.
can introduce
Dr. Gunjan is an executive member of YOSI and she has completed her long-term cornea fellowship in Dr. Shroff Charity Eye Hospital and she's currently working as a cornea catheter and refractive consultant in New Delhi. So this is her art. I would request her to say it in 1 minute, describe her art in 1 minute.
Yeah, so thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. So as the contest is about celebrating nature and also the eye. So this depicts one eye model with cut section just to show that what else we can have inside the eye when we see the patient may look asymptomatic at first, and when we see him we can always look at the retina, and this gives an opportunity to look at all the vascular problems where the retina is affected. So like it's important for diabetes patient also to get a regular checkup, and we can use this photograph to also use as a patient education material to show them like how we can look inside the eye with the help of this indirect ophthalmoscope. And this is how a universe is inside your eye where it can protect your vision for a longer period. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Gunjan. That was really lovely. And I do agree that sometimes you do not see the patient's, anterior segment, and we can see so much from the posterior segment of the patient. I would invite Dr. Sonal to give her comments about the artwork, please.
So, is this like something that you made yourself, or like you just combined the two of them? Just a question. I don't know. I mean, it just
No,
started.
I just took the picture of this because actually so this contest came up, and then I just had this thing in front of me as an eye model, and just I indirect
But what
ophthalmoscope.
is absolutely right that universe is there within the eye. For us, in a way, our world is the eye. So I appreciate the thought, but I was just, trying to evaluate it versus the other.
Yeah.
entity.
So like one
Photograph
story
or
I can share.
model that we have to evaluate here.
I'm sorry.
I
Sorry,
was
ma'am.
just trying to understand whether it's the photograph or the model that we have to evaluate.
Yeah, it's a photo.
It
Yeah,
is
it's
a
a photograph actually. I've not made. Yeah, it's a photograph. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you so much for clarifying that. And I really applaud your thought and, the correlation of the two things that, yes, there's a entire universe within each eye for us to not just protect, but also explore and, diagnose if there is such a condition that is coming in front of us. So I really applaud your entry.
Thank you, Dr. Sonal and Dr. Gunjan, for that presentation and that comment. And we move on to the next entry. So our next entry is by Dr. Habiba Darwajkar. So she's a postgraduate studying in Mangalore. In the last year of her life in ophthalmology, she's been impressed with numerous talents of her fellows, just hoping to learn a thing or two from them on the journey of residency. So this is her reel, and we'll just watch this. Just let me know if the sound is coming proper.
And we'll be counting stars. I see this light.
So that was a really nice, thing of using the thing. Dr. Habiba, are you there, or she's not joined? Okay, fine, no worries. So can we, Lippy ma'am, your comments? What do you thought of? I mean, Dr. Habiba's attempt at Nurture Eye Nature? Lippy ma'am, yeah, hi.
Yeah, it's nice, innovative. I just had a patient actually. I'm in the clinic. So,
Yeah,
like,
Nilesh, would you want to comment on that video of Dr. Habiba? Yeah.
Yeah, it is actually that Dr. Prithvi had published this paper in IGO. It's called Trash to Treasure Red Cam. So it is actually, I think, based from that, but it is nice that it is actually being utilized. Like papers are published left and right, but it is actually being used by some postgraduate. That is a very
Yes.
nice thing and very creative also. The only question I have as a judge is what should we mark for presentation because she is not here? Shall we give her another chance
No,
when she
you give
joins in?
her, no, so that's okay. I think,
Yeah,
yeah, so you give her based on the
and
presentation that
I
you
hope,
saw.
yeah,
Yeah.
we can
No
hope
negative.
if she joins, if she can join later, we can ask her to explain and then judge it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes. Sure. So, in the interest of time, so we're also joined by Dr. Sumita Agarkar, ma'am. Ma'am is suffering from a bad throat, and she'll be unable to speak and give comments. But thank you, ma'am, for joining us. And you could switch on your video sometime. We'd just like to say a hi to you. So, thank you, ma'am, for joining. And we'll move on to the next entry with this. So, our next entry.
And we'll be
So next is again an artwork, a Nurture Eye Nature art by Dr. Gunjan. Gunjan, if you can unmute and describe your entry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this is a picture of a tree bark from where you can see 4 mushrooms coming in, and actually this I always see when I'm walking by my apartment every day, and it used to always get I used to always get inquisitive about how these mushrooms are, and used to see the bark whether these are causing any indent in the bark, but they were so beautifully arranged that it always caught my eye, and always keep on taking pictures every day because it's a rainy season here in Italy right now. So it's like all the mushrooms and different kind of flowers are coming in as a nature. So like it's something like a cornea will have like collagens in they are arranged in such a way that your cornea is so crystal clear, transparent. Same way this symbiosis of these mushrooms in this bark is like that. There is no indent in the bark, and it's arranged beautifully there, and you always you'll stop by and see this because everybody in our apartment keeps on looking at these things. So it's something like that nature has, which we can correlate. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gunjan, for sharing that thought process and beautiful picture with us. So, Lippy ma'am, if you're around, or okay, Dr. Sonal, would you want to comment on that?
Sure. So great job, Dr. Gunjan, for really noticing that, and not just noticing that, correlating it with the eye. So we could see umpteen number of things every day, but correlating it with our world is what is the socio-cultural all about. So I mean, I think the entire team socio-cultural puts in such a lot of hard work, but ultimately their hard work can be amounting to nothing if the participants don't come up with such brilliant entries. So congratulations for noticing that and bringing it to all of us here.
Thank you so much, ma'am. YOSI always brings the best out of all of us. Yeah.
You. So with this, we'll move on with the next entry. And so Nandini, you can Yeah.
Yes. This is, I think, by Dr. Habiba. This is by Dr. Habiba. And as she is not there, this is a nature nurture to industrial blight, a story from hopeful
Ma'am, I have joined.
days.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hi,
okay,
Dr.
you're there? Yeah,
Hi,
very good.
I've joined. I'm actually a little sick, so my voice might not be clear.
That is okay. That is okay. You can just describe the artwork in your own words,
Okay.
please.
Okay, ma'am. So basically, I've made a digital art. So I wanted to depict the story of a young girl. So the young girl is born in a green, town where she has like lots of plants, fruits, vegetables, and living in symbiosis with animals. But as that same lady grows up, she's the same place that she had, grown up fondly with nature is now turned into a concrete jungle, and there's destruction of all the plants or all the animals have vanished. So I've depicted this by with the help of eyes. Like when the girl is born, her eyes are normal or they're hopeful, so to say. But as she keeps growing, there's like immature cataract, and then finally mature cataract, wherein all the hope from her eyes is lost and it's clouded by this like industrialization and everything. And I've depicted this in an edition of Mars Times, where we are all living on Mars. So it's an edition of September 2070. And it just talks about like how there was once upon a time there was a life on Earth. Yeah, that's it, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Habiba. I think that is a very nice depiction of circle of life kind of image with the help of an eye. Dr. Nilesh, you want to add something, add any comments to this
I think
artwork,
that
please?
I think that is very creative. I think Subita ma'am also has joined. We can take her comment.
Yes.
Ma'am
I
is
was
very
just
happy,
saying,
I think, with this.
I was just saying
Hello, good evening, ma'am.
it is rather depressing, man. It is not that bad.
But
Yeah, but
but
your
it's
concept
very
was
creative,
very
ma'am.
interesting. Yeah, creativity was all marks, full marks.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Like, it's all about interpretation. Last when Dr. Gunjan was presenting, my entire thought was it can be a epithelial ingrowth between the flaps, and she was having more positivity on it.
Nilesh, you want to ask Dr. Habiba any question about her reel? You were saying, right? The
Yeah, no, no,
previous
no.
reel.
I was actually very like Dr. Habiba. You saw the article of Dr. Prithvi before making this, or this idea came to you directly.
No, so actually my juniors were doing a project. So like they
Okay.
saw this article, and then
Yeah.
all of us, together just
Yeah.
tried different permutations and combinations, and then we made the device.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it was very nice, very nice project.
thank you,
It
sir.
was good.
Thank you. So with this, we'll move on to our next entry. So Nandini, you can
By
just
Dr. Anju K, and this will be a reel. She's a medical retina and uvea specialist, currently practicing at Chaitanya Eye Hospital, Kochi, and West End Eye Hospital, Kochi. Can we have the reel, ma'am? This is so creative.
Anju, yeah. Would you want to speak something before we
Yeah.
take?
So we are just out of our All India from Delhi. So we were just about to discard our tags. Then I am just learning macrame artist. So I was just why can't we use this for something? Because we were taught to use this lobsters, just called as lobsters, to use. We get it online for 10 rupees. I was like, why are we discarding all these lobsters from our All India tags? So I collected all that and I started making this. And John was like, why don't you put this in the earth reel? I was like, yeah, it's apt, just very relevant for us. So we started making it and we made it as a reel, and that's it. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank
So
you.
before we take the judges' comment, I'll just, enlighten our audience. I think I forgot to mention that the concept of this webinar is to present a reel or art, correlating to Earth. Like we're obviously having so much of empowering our Earth and correlating it to eye or ophthalmology in any form. So that is a theme for the judges also. When you mark, just I thought I'll just give a little clarity on that. Over to you, Sunandini. So sorry for yes. For the judges' comment.
So we'll take judges' comment. Sumita ma'am, would you like to add anything for this reel? What did you feel?
I think it's beautiful artwork. And you are converting a tag which would have gone into dustbin into a nice mobile or something which you can hang on to your bag.
Yeah, I'm actually gifting it to my friends.
Yeah.
Even now, my daughter was asking, "Amma, can I have this pink one? I like pink." I
You
was
can,
like, when I come back there with my parents.
you can sell it actually.
Yeah, yeah, ma'am. I'm actually making wall arts and stuff. I don't know whether you can see.
Oh, beautiful. Wonderful.
I'm just making it when I'm a retina consultant. So while the patient is getting dilated, I'm doing this instead of scrolling my phone.
That's great.
So I think I just have a suggestion, Anju. You can in fact use those bands also. Those are colorful bands, no? The
Yeah, I'm
lanyards, even the lanyards, we can make some dream catcher kind of.
Sure.
I'm
I'll just
it's a thought. I don't know. I mean,
definitely I'll take this in.
so it will be complete utilization of your bag.
Sure. Okay then.
Dr. Anju, I had a question.
Ma'am.
This is which you're making, na? This is stuffs which you're making. So what all you can think are the utility of these stuffs? Like for decoration, it's okay as fancy item. But apart from that, what utility do you think?
Keychains? You mean this keychains, ma'am?
Okay, this is keychain. You're using them as keychains.
Yeah, this is a actual keychain. Bag tags and keychains, and with this macrame we can make decorative clocks, mirrors, table lamps. All these things can be made out of it, but I thought this is related to something related to ophthalmology. So recently, out of our All India conference, this is actually happening in our house because we are 4 ophthalmologists in one house. So we have so many tags to be discarded. So this is actually happening in that. Recently, I was going for this macrame class. They were selling this lobsters for 5 rupees. I was like, why should I get this? I'm having so many in my house. And the only thing is I have to take it to the tags. So it was that idea
Good
came.
thinking.
Thank you.
Good thinking. We all can learn from you.
Thank you so much.
So with this, we'll move on to our next entry, and this is by Dr. One second. Yeah, this is by Dr. Kanchan Sharma. So Dr. Kanchan is a second year DNB at Eye Hospital and PG Institute, Noida, and she's presenting a beautiful digital poster. Over to you, Dr. Kanchan, to describe your artwork.
Hello. Yes, ma'am. So today, since we are celebrating the Earth Day, it is important to understand that we need to nurture our eyes as we nurture for the nature, and reducing eye strain by spending time outdoors, like we keep telling our patients, embracing the natural light and engaging in green spaces. These help us to rejuvenate our eyes and also help for us to foster a deeper connection with the nature. And it also highlights the importance of reuse and recycle, which we are doing in our hospital by recycling the covers of the gloves and reusing them to make the pages for the OT register. And that is why I've included these hands in my art. So this is how we are trying to avoid wastage of resources. And we should prioritize sustainability by supporting eco-friendly initiatives like sustainable packaging and responsible disposal of eyewear. And also that's how we can contribute to a healthier planet and for a clearer vision for the future generation. So yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Kanchan. That was very beautiful. Dr. Sonal, would you want to comment on that?
Yeah, actually, I unmuted myself because I wanted to really appreciate the detail in your painting. So beautifully made. Is it digital or is it hand painted?
It's digital, ma'am. It's digital.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. That's how I've inculcated the background separately. So just started doing this recently.
And looks
digital.
very, very superimposed and giving quite a 3D
Yes,
effect.
ma'am.
Very
Yes,
beautiful.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And that word in each eye, like, that earth is also very beautifully depicted.
Yes, ma'am. It's all digital, ma'am. Layering. Yes, ma'am.
Three cheers to you for that.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Kanchan, Dr. Sonal. We'll move on to our next entry. And this is by Dr. Manju. So Dr. Manju is working as a consultant ophthalmologist and glaucoma specialist at Arya Eye Care, Thrissur, Kerala. So she's presenting a beautiful, let's hear the interpretation of her artwork. Dr. Manju, can you unmute yourself? Dr.
Can you
Manju?
hear-
Yeah, hi, we can hear you. Yeah.
Photo is was protect both vision and earth. A single drop of water on a leaf in an illuminated background represents fusion of nature and vision. This is a visual metaphor representing harmony where earth, nurture, clarity of vision, and mindful vision safeguard green earth. This image reminds us that saving nature is not separate from saving sight. When the nature eye meets yours, the future comes to focus. Thank you. And the camera uses Samsung S23 Ultra. We have used a torch as prop. Thank you, Yosi, for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Manju, for that beautiful, your photograph and your thought process. So, Dr. Nilesh, if you're there, if you can just give some comment on Dr. Manju's artwork.
I think he just went for 5 minutes, ma'am.
Sure.
He just wrote in the group.
Lippy ma'am, if she's around, Lippy ma'am?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a torch, I think, which you held in the background,
Yes.
and there was a leaf.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
And a drop of
nice
water.
idea. And a drop of water. Okay. I just wonder where all you get these ideas from, because this is something which I won't be normally, I'm taking a leaf photograph or a torch or a sun photograph, but not all this superimposed. And the thoughts, the lines which you put along with the photograph, so that justifies the capture. So good one.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Manju and Dr. Lippy, for that. We'll move on to our next entry, and over to you, Sanandini. Yeah.
So the next reel will be by Dr. John Davies, and he is a glaucoma, cataract, and refractive surgeon at Western Eye Hospital, Chaitanya Eye Hospital, Kerala. And he has won various papers and presentations in national and international conferences. Can we have the reel, ma'am?
Yes. Just a second. This keeps getting stuck. 1 second.
I think that was a very nice reel to show, which really depicts well that if you have something, some consumables in the OT, and then you can use it as a small planter also and save the earth also. So, Sonal ma'am, do you want to add to any comment to the reel?
It was very, very ingenuous, and the creativity is really overflowing in this family, I suppose. After Dr. Anju, we have Dr. John bringing in so much to the table in a way. So congratulations for such an innovative idea.
Thank you. As parents of two small kids, we happen to have a lot of these syrup measuring cups in our house, and I don't have the heart to discard all of them into the landfill. So actually, the thread around it, that is again macrame thread. So that is I borrowed from stole it from my
If you win the prize, you have to share it then.
Yeah.
Dr. John, I was wondering that how long those plants can put up in those tiny cups, because when I get those gamlas, those pots which I receive as chief guest or whatever, so I have to transfer the plants even from those pots to the bigger pots in about
Yeah.
3 to 4
So
months.
only the small seedlings will actually survive on this. So once it is slightly bigger, you will have to transfer it out. So you have to repot it into something else. So and we try to grow small pulses and all that to
Seedlings.
show our kids. Yeah.
Seedlings.
So for that this was very nice. But
Also,
once they grow bigger, you have
they're
to
good for transport, maybe, giving a plant to someone else and then they can repot it, right?
Yeah, decorative also. You can just put it for a few, days, weeks in the site and let the kids see the seedlings grow into plants.
Definitely.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Right.
just to add a small comment. So last year in my hospital, the nurses, we generally keep some, keep on having some contest or some competitions in the hospital level. So a
Mhm.
few of the nurses made this with the IV bottles and they made a beautiful vases. So we just said that you have to make something with this. And all of them made very different and very beautiful vases, flower vases with the IV bottle. They cut obviously the top maybe, but then yeah, this is something that you can be very useful.
Yeah.
So we'll
Don't
have the
waste.
next, yes. So we'll have the next artwork by Dr. Navya Shri GB. So Dr. Navya, just a minute, please. Sorry.
Yeah.
So she's a second year postgraduate student at Karnataka, and she keeping the inner artist alive, a visionary who heals sight and paints the perception.
Dr. Navya, are you there? So Nandini, can you see her in the audience? No.
Actually,
Okay,
my
so
screen is also stuck somehow.
no worries, no worries. So I think Navya couldn't join us. So I'll just
Yeah,
describe the
she's not here.
episode. Yeah. So she says that on Earth Day, our eyes become storytellers, mirrors reflecting nature's vibrant beauty and its silent cries. They witness a lush green embrace of forest, the sparkle of rivers, and the dance of sunlight on leaves. Yet the same gaze meets wilting trees, smog-choked skies, and oceans choked by plastic. So eyes hold the duality of wonder and warning, seeing both Earth's flourishing soul and its fading breath. In every blink lies a choice to protect or to neglect. As silent witnesses and mindful observers, our eyes inspire action, urging us to shift from spectators of destruction to stewards of renewal and rebirth. So, judges, this was Dr. Navya's entry. She couldn't join, but he's sent across this beautiful message.
Again, is this a digital art or a hand painting?
It's a hand
Hand painted crayon art, ma'am.
Why do I see two YOSI logos in that?
Really? I didn't.
You actually reshare the screen. You see two YOSI logos in that.
I'll just check once.
It has below the eye, there is a Y
Yes,
kind of.
yes.
And
because of the
even the tentacles that are going out, it's exactly like what we have in our YOSI logo. So it's exactly two
YOSI.
YOSI logos.
Yeah. Nilesh, you
Yeah.
need to start participating rather than being a judge now with your creativity.
Yeah. And when I saw this first, I thought it's they're showing some dry eye or something because of the arid area under it. So everybody sees something different. He's seeing YOSI.
But I think that was
This
a
is
beautiful
something.
message that she gave, the
Yeah,
contrast
yeah.
in the duality of the eyes.
Yes.
So, Lippy ma'am, what?
Yeah, this is something like that Mars presentation. There was one presentation, Mars, life on Mars. So this is
Yeah.
something like that.
Yes, yes, yes. So what I'm really liking about is that I'm seeing a lot of residents also coming up and, presenting. So it's really heartwarming to see this. And thanks to Yossi, of course, to giving, for giving the platform. So
Also, Nupur, I think the creativity that anybody has, for that matter, it goes on diminishing with the workload. That's just a very offside comment, but it's true. You are left with less and less time and energy to give for your creative outlet in a way. So I write a lot, and I had this entire thought of this poem for World Earth Day, but I could not complete it. Okay, I did not want to send it for this. I'm just telling you, this was my idea last week, and then I could not complete it because of all the work and the responsibility. So it's the residents who would actually be having the most creative ideas, I suppose.
So I think Anju and John are good examples,
Yes, for keeping that alive.
keeping that, yes, yes, yes. And Lippy ma'am also, she's amazingly creative. We keep seeing, I think a recent post was hand painting the sari blouses. I think
Potters.
yes,
Yeah, the pottery art also.
pottery art, and she does those Sonal. So she ma'am did a rock painting in between. I think it was outside your house or hospital that you picked up those rocks
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you painted them. So it's
Thank you for remembering everything.
ma'am, of course, it's yeah.
We do the homework very,
She too just
very
does
seriously,
it
ma'am.
very properly. She does her homework.
So with this, we will move on to our next entry. And yeah, so our next entry is by Dr. Megha ji. So Megha is a very dynamic, young ophthalmologist who's done her MS from Mysore Medical College, and currently she's a consultant at Arvind Eye Hospital, Salem, and her special interest is actually sustainable lifestyle. So really looking forward to this art by Dr. Megha. So Megha, could you unmute yourself and just describe what photo have you sent and what message are you trying to give across?
Yeah, hi, Nupur. So this photo depicts different gifts which were given at a competition at our hospital, and each of them have been wrapped with newspaper. Just like how the eye is important for us to see the world. Just if we adopt a sustainable lifestyle and give eco-friendly gift wrapping like this, then it will surely preserve the world that our eyes see. So the one more photo which is there inside, it shows that even with the newspaper, you can be very creative. And most of the gift wrappers which are used, those shiny things are usually plastic. They're non-recyclable and non-biodegradable as well. And it's just used for 2 minutes and then thrown on Mother Earth for next 400 to 500 years. So the best thing is do not gift. Second, if you want to gift, you don't have to wrap. If you really have to wrap, you can use something like this, an eco-friendly, like something which you newspaper or something like that. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Megha. We know that you're very pro, the sustainable lifestyle, and thank you for sharing this thought process. I remember that when we had the Children's Day webinar, you suggested this that please send the gifts wrapped in newspapers rather than. So I could remember that. So
Yes.
comments from the judges. Nilesh, what do you think? Ideas for YOSICon wrapping?
Yeah, yeah. The problem with the sustainability right now is like all the eco-friendly materials that you purchase are very costly. And these are the low-cost alternative actually that can be used. Like she has used newspaper. If you go and buy some eco-friendly wrapping paper, it will cost you 100 rupees per sheet. So that way this is very useful, and we actually are looking forward for YOSICon to have a sustainable impact. So we are trying to reduce the disposable waste, starting from the lanyards. Actually, we are trying to figure out the way how to like minimize it. Let's see. We will. I think we have a lot more brains to work with now, uh, thanks to this
Megha is
webinar.
the person to
Yeah,
go. She's
we
very, yes,
we
yes.
will will contact her and we'll start working with her.
We can start a sustainability group also.
Yeah. I think
Yes.
great
Oh
idea.
yeah,
Yeah,
sure. I would be really glad to give all my inputs. One small tip for the lanyards is, I'm sure most of us, all of us would have attended some kind of conferences. So you can just put across a message that you bring your old lanyard, whatever they have it in their respective, and you can just give the ID card or the
No,
piece of paper which you took.
right now what I am thinking is to create an NFC card. NFC card will be like you can use it as a visiting card throughout like your life. So if they have uploaded their entire biodata to us, we will issue them a NFC card that will be used as their visiting card. If they touch a mobile, their entire contact number will be transferred to their mobile. So no lanyards, nothing. They will have a card over here and they can use it later as a visiting card. So right now that is the thought, but I think that with Dr. Mega we will have a lot more ideas to work on every aspect. Actually, we need to have work. We need to work on the printed material, the bag, and everything. It has to be. very eco-friendly. So we'll work with her.
Yeah, surely I'll help you out. I know many eco-friendly shops as well, online websites as well. I'll help you out.
Thank you, thank
You
you.
Special like
Let me know.
you can do away with giving bags. It's actually not required.
Yeah, ma'am.
I shall
Totally.
like to just put a comment that all this digital platform and digital things that's adding strain to our press biopic eyes. So do consider us oldies also when you're planning all digitalization of the world. But in a
Wear
way that's needed
glasses.
also.
Wear glasses.
Then also it strains, madam, dry eyes.
Yeah. Nilesh, I was just thinking when Megha was showing the newspapers, that you can get creative. Maybe we can have a contest of painting the newspapers and something like that, to make it more attractive. I don't know, just
Yeah, yeah.
something that
We'll
can be
think
used.
how many rappers we require actually, and that's how we'll.
Yeah. So Dr. Anju and John have commented paper mache art from newspapers. I think that's a fantastic idea.
Yeah.
Yes, we can have a
We can.
workshop from Megha. We were discussing about workshops, right?
Yeah.
So something if Megha can contribute, we can discuss about this. Obviously, we
Yeah,
can.
yeah, yeah. Let's move ahead. We'll discuss.
Yes,
We'll
yes.
discuss it.
But I think this has got all the thought process going. Thank you, Megha, for sharing this with us. And we will move on to our next entry. And our next is a reel again by Dr. John Davis. I'll just directly play the reel. So I think that was really wow. I think having small kids, gets this right.
Yeah.
Over to you, John.
So
So
all
tomorrow,
these
if all the eye bottles are going, so everybody will start, looking at the clay models. Bottles के अंदर है क्या?
Yeah, John, you can, yes, yeah.
Yeah. So because of the kids, we always, have some clay or something, and have to make some toys for them because they always want something or the other. So yeah, that is how and actually it was very fun working on this. I'm very happy that YOSI Sociocultural is doing so many events like this, that we are able to have so much fun enjoying doing these kind of things.
Thank you.
So
So
yeah, it
John,
was.
this colored clays are available in the shop.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. This is
Okay.
actually what I use. But if I was Mega, I would use Dow and coloring, I suppose, natural colors. But but yes, this is yeah, haldi and saffron could be used, but this is clay from the shop.
Dr. Dr. Sonal, you would want to comment something on this? Yeah.
So my son is growing up and I'm getting lots of ideas from Anju and John. Thank you for involving me in this one.
Thank you.
You can actually create eyeball this bottle holders for like it's embedded inside. You can just have hands and the drops
yeah.
are there, so that kids are
For
not
kids.
afraid of the eye drops. Yeah,
Oh
for the
yeah,
pediatric.
very difficult to dilate the kids. So I
Yeah.
think that nice. That's a nice idea.
Thank you. So thank you, Dr. John, for sharing this. Another piece of, I think you mentioned something in the comment of RRR workshop, Nilesh, for you to note. Yeah, he said
Already noted. Already noted.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So I thought I'll just say it loud for the audience. So with this, we move on to our next entry. Over to you, Sanandini, to introduce our next. Yeah.
So our next art is by Dr. Rohit Gupta. He's a junior resident at year 2 from GSVM Medical College, Kanpur. So his art is called handwrite art.
Dr. Rohit, if you could unmute yourself. Yeah, hi.
Good evening, respected ma'ams and sir. So as we know, the plants are important for purifying the air and enriching the soil. They also plays a crucial role for in combating the climate change and preserving our planet's natural beauty. So here I am depicting viral cornea ulcer dendrites as a plant in this flower base. As we can see, this flower base from this beautiful plant, we can see it is arising from the flower. And the greenery is showing that how the green color looks beautiful and how the green color is so beautiful for our earth. So the message is simple. That's go green and grow more plants. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rohit. I think that to me that looks like, that Aladdin ka
Jinn.
jinn coming out, coming out. But yeah, I can correlate to the color green to YOSI Earth Day. Dr. Nilesh, you want to comment anything for the art?
I think it was a great creative art that has been created. It was just a simple dendritic ulcer, but adding the vase and the fauna is very very good. The flora is very good. So congrats, Dr. Rohit. I think.
Thank you, sir.
Dr. Sonal, ma'am, would you like to add anything?
Yeah,
What did you
actually,
feel?
I echo your thoughts, Nandini. When I saw this, I thought that, okay, this is the bottle from which all the corneal diseases are, arising or something. It's like some bottle has been opened. That was my first thought, but he's correlated it with the earth. So it's like, uh, my old teachers used to say that it's everybody sees a different meaning in the same poem. So in a way, every art has its own way of interpretation, but the primary creator's interpretation is the one which we have to judge based on. So thank you so much, Dr. Rohit, for creating that.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Can we have the next? We can have the next. So the next one is by Dr. Reel by Dr. Megha Ji.
Yeah, I'll just
So
play.
this is to how to be eco-friendly when you visit an eye clinic.
How to be eco-friendly when you visit an eye clinic. 1. Refuse receipts to save paper. 2. Just one drop usually suffices. 3. Refuse tissue paper and carry your own napkin to wipe tears or drops. 4. Avoid paper cups and plastic bottles. Carry your own tumbler or water bottle. 5. Choose stairs over elevators. There usually will be a waiting time for dilation. So plan to bring snacks preferably in own box and avoid snacks in plastic which are bad for us and the environment. 7. Request to send reports online rather than taking hard copies. 8. Do not litter. 9. Recline new spectacle box and lens cleaning cloth and reuse the ones already at home. 10. Refuse bags and covers. Carry your own bag. Let us all be a bit more mindful because there is no planet B.
This was really eco-friendly. We can also use it in YOSI for the patient education thing.
Bring your own bag.
Bring your own bag.
BYOB.
We can do the same thing.
So
YOSI not give any
yeah,
bags, and we can say
yeah.
that bring your own conference
So Mita
bag.
ma'am was also telling no bags, so we'll ask them to bring their own bag.
Actually.
Yeah. No, actually, this gave me an idea. Actually, what we do is a negative and reinforce. Sorry, I am being out of turn. I think judges' comments has to be asked first.
No.
So,
Yeah, we can take
yeah,
Sumita ma'am's comments
yeah,
and maybe you can say Nilesh.
yeah.
Your
Ma'am's
comment.
comment first.
Yeah.
I was saying she has given a very practical point-by-point approach. And maybe all clinics can do it. I have seen these patients do it all the time, asking for hard copies when the email option is available, and they are all on their emails all the time. So I think it's a nice reel which all the hospitals can play
Actually,
for the benefit of the patients. She has given a very practical suggestions. I like it really.
They never bring the hard copy actually, and they always have their phone on the hand, so they can actually give us the record whenever asked for it if it is an email. And hard copy is never available on the revisits. So
Also, concept regarding the glasses,
yeah.
reusing the old boxes, that should I think be sent to these multinational like Titan Eye Care Lens Card, because they want sustainable development, and they themselves keep giving such new boxes, and they every time send a new type of boxes, that now these type of boxes have come up, that type of boxes have come up. So I think they would also benefit from this concept, that they may be able to give some points system, they have Titan and circle points and all that, so they can give some advantage to people who bring their old boxes for reusing. So that is the optician, that is more of an optician angle rather than the eye surgeon angle, I suppose.
That's what I was going to say, ma'am. For the negative we always do negative reinforcement. That like if you are if you want a carry bag, we will charge you 10 rupees. Actually, if we give them 10 rupees discount, they will actually bring their own bag. But if we charge them, they are like, okay, 10 रुपए ही तो है. But discount के नाम पे they will bring. So I think we can start introducing some discounts in our hospitals.
I think all hospitals can keep a thing for recycling the frames also. A lot of kids outgrow their frames, and they can definitely put it in a drop box in the hospital.
Yes, ma'am. So I just, since the time limit was for only 1 minute, I try to include as many points as possible, the top 10 points. But these are all very simple things which not only the patients, we as doctors also can, we as human beings need to do this on a daily, day-to-day basis.
No,
So
very
that,
well done. Very well
there are
done.
many such small tips which all of us can employ. So that top 10 which for in an eye clinic which I thought are useful for a 1 minute reel, I put up those things.
So thank you, Dr. Megha. In
Thank
the
you.
interest of time, so Nandini, we'll move on with the next entry. Yeah, so next is by Dr. Aswati. So she is currently working in the Department of Cataract, Cornea and Refractive Surgery at Sunrise Eye Hospital, Kannur, and her special interest is in art, singing, and dancing. And she's presented a beautiful artwork. Dr. Aswati, if you could just unmute yourself and describe your artwork, please.
Hi, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, you can.
This is a painting done by myself. In left side, it shows the global warming. The environmental factors has great impact on our eye health, and the factory fumes, the vehicle fumes, and burning plastic, everything lead to the global warming. It causes the loss of ozone layer and the increase in the ultraviolet rays, and this causes increase in the progression of the cataract, photokeratitis, pterygium, and the pollution itself causes redness, irritation, watering of eyes, allergic syndromes, dry eye syndrome, and many causes that diseases to the eye. So keep the environmental clean, plant many trees, and that is shown in the right side, that is go green. Keep your vision clean and environmental green. Thank you, ma'am.
Aswati, that was very beautiful. Again, we've seen your previous artwork also very beautiful. You presented your art. So that was a really nice artwork. I would request
Thank you, ma'am.
Dr. Lippy, ma'am, to comment on Dr. Aswati's artwork.
Yeah, so I think this is one of the cool topics, I should say, not hot topic, to make the eye and then to divide it into two. I think Kamla madam also, she does rangolis also in that way many a time. Yeah, so this concept is already known and people are doing it, but the painting is good. Good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Dr. Sonal, would you want to comment on this artwork?
Yeah, actually, I face a little bit of difficulty in comparing digital art with somebody's hand art. Okay, so that's just a dilemma that I'm sharing with the other judges over here. Yeah, not to say that your paintings are beautiful; it's absolutely stunning, and such an important message that it is conveying. But at the same time, I get on a personal level confused when I have to compare somebody's digital art with somebody's hand painted, because I would place a hand painted art at a much higher level than a digital. But then that is a little unfair to somebody who's done a digital art, because then it should not be compared with a hand painted art. So that's my dilemma. Maybe other judges don't face it, but that's a dilemma that I do face.
So maybe what we can
do that where with the creativity aspect rather than the content. So it would that's the way out that I think over here.
So that's why in the judging criteria we've not given marks to the artwork per se. We've given content and clarity. But if you still feel, maybe we can discuss over this and we can have a separate category for both of them. We can probably when we collate the marks, if
I don't think it's required because there are not that many number of entries for both in a separate. So that's not required. I just happen to share my dialogue because hand painting is different than a digital art. That's why I'm asking since the beginning because there's just so much of digital art is there that I mean my eye cannot make out really.
Fine. Thank you for sharing that thought with us, Dr. Sonal. With this, we'll move on with our next entry. And so next entry is again by Dr. Megha with the reel. I'll just play the reel. Yes.
Cataract is the most common surgery. One phaco in the UK generates same carbon emissions as driving a car for 500 kilometers. At Arvind Eye Care System, it's equivalent to 25 kilometers. How? Reduce single-use disposable. Use reusable eye drapes, reusable caps, footwear and gowns. Patients walk in their own dresses. Reusing gowns and gloves for cases by using hand rub. Reusing surgical supplies like instruments, cannulas, syringes, brittle sutures. They are washed and flash autoclaved in between cases. Reusing IV tubings as caps. Multi-dose pre- and post-op medications, irrigating solutions. Reusable cartridges. Reusing vitrectomy and phaco probes and cassettes, emptying drainage bags. Thorough waste segregation, sending for recycling. 5 R's: reduce, reuse, recycle, repair, and rethink.
Thank you, Dr. Megha. That was a wonderful, amalgamation of the eco-friendly OT. Over to you. Want to say something? Yes.
Yeah, Dr. Nupur. So both of my reels, I wanted to put up one from the OPD and one from the operation theater. So operation theater is one thing where we generate loads and loads and millions and tons of waste we generate. So as always, we have to think of reusing whatever we have. You keep reusing what you have and before buying anything new. So try to use as many, avoid single-use disposables and try to reuse as many as possible. And as my video suggests, at Arvind Eye Care System, we contribute to carbon emissions of only about 25 kilometers compared to 500 kilometers of that in UK. And if we consider, and this is for the phacoemulsification, and one of the common surgeries which we actually perform is small incision cataract surgery. And if we take that into account, it's even much lesser as the single-use disposables are even more lesser. So these are just few small points which I wanted to tell. Like a reusable cap is very easy. We need not use a different disposable cap for every OT. So such points I just wanted to bring up into our so that everybody will know about it and start employing it. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Megha. Sumita ma'am, any comment from you on Dr. Megha's reel on the eco-friendly OT? Yeah. So I think ma'am is a little busy. Lippy ma'am, you have to say.
I have a little bit
Yes,
problem
ma'am
with
is there.
reusing the consumable. So I don't know whether it is always possible. Some of the ideas can be doable, but sometimes reusing the cartridges and all are little dicey.
Yes, I didn't mean, I mean, reusable cartridges by sterilizing, flash autoclaving in between, not without sterilization. Instead of using the disposable ones, I mean.
Okay. Thank you.
And especially the gloves, I mean, we don't change gloves in between patients because most of our surgeries are bloodless and we hardly touch the eye directly. We only use the instrument. So we just use the sterilium or the hand rub in between cases. And usually once in 10 cases only we change the gloves. So, and the infection is also 1/10 of the normal infection rate of the rest of the world, especially the UK. So our one important point which we do is using intracameral moxifloxacin, which has reduced our infection incidence to 0.02%. So the main thing which we are afraid of is that will cause infection, end of endophthalmitis. So, but we have totally, with complete evidence, proven that it's not the case, and we can reuse all these things.
Yeah, Megha, congratulations. I have been at Arvind for many years. So this has been the practice there, I know, especially about the gloves. Like many people, they raised a concern that you need to change gloves. Even LVP, they changed the whole table after every case. So that's one of my concerns actually, because in recent wake of endophthalmitis, that was the issue raised by many hospitals. Otherwise, I think it's fine. The disposable caps and gowns, they have been going on. There have been articles of Arvind on reducing endophthalmitis rate and producing that waste generation in OT. So I've gone through them, but that's a concern which I feel changing gloves after 5 cases. It is still continuing since many years. I don't know if that is that should really be done, or one case, one glove, that should be the norm. Yeah, nice presentation.
I think it depends on how the entire workflow is there. I think it should not be copied directly to from Arvind to the centers where the entire infrastructure is not like Arvind is having. Because recently AH Pondi also published a paper where the AHUs are actually not required. Even the split ACs are having the similar kind of sterility and similar kind of bacterial load as it is in the AHUs. So that we also use we change every 3 cases. We don't change at each case. We change after 3 cases. And recent, like for last 10 years, we didn't have any case of endophthalmitis. Touch wood. So probably we step by step we can start including not everything adapted at one time. It is like Arvind also built this legacy over 20 years, so we can take some time adapting the practices that work in our scenario.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Megha, for sharing that reel, and judges for your insights. We'll move on to our next.
Just one point.
Yeah.
Like the last part, like all these things are before we do the surgery. That last point is segregating the waste into, I mean, even the dry waste into paper and plastic separately, and send each of them for recycling. The sterile covers which we open, don't put the whole thing into one bag. Separate the cover and separate the plastic and separate the paper, and send each of them for recycling. Almost about 2 lakhs per month we earn just by sending these things for recycling. So that surely each of us can do. Just the thing is, instead of having one bin, you have 2 bins and send it for recycling.
Thank you. So with this, we'll move on to our next entry. So Nandini, over to you. Yeah.
So the next entry is by Dr. Rohit Gupta. It is also an artwork by his. This is for a dry eye.
Ji ma'am, we can see in this image, as we are coming through a summer season in North India, so the temperature is rising day by day, which is due to the global warming. And because of the high temperature and the raising in the global warming, the water is getting depleted from our earth. Same as a pandemic is silent pandemic, we can say, the dry eye disorders. Because of the increasing time of the screen time, we are facing the more patients of the dry eye disease. As we can see in this image, the desktop is extracting the water from the eye. So I'm trying to depicting the importance of water for earth and the importance of water for the our eye too. So save water for the earth too, and the save water for our healthy eyes too. Thank you.
That was really well presented, Dr. Rohit, and again, a beautiful digital art. Rohit, again, Nilesh is a very creative person. I've been seeing, he's participating very regularly in the socio-cultural and a lot of very innovative kind of ideas. So, you can just, we can discuss about this later.
Yeah.
And any comments, Dr. Sonal, any comments from you? Yeah.
I think it was a very well made painting, and like literally taking away the life from the eye kind of a depiction. So congratulations for this very well made art to you. And I think it should be really shared with patients also, because then patients would understand what exactly is going on with their eye. They keep putting in, they keep washing their face initially till they've not understood the disease properly. So yeah, congratulations for such a beautiful depiction.
Just wanted to ask one thing, ma'am. What Sonal ma'am was asking last time, digital art versus this hand-drawn creative art. Dr. Rohit's last image was a photograph where over which is superimposed a vase and few leaves. This actually would have taken a lot of time. This would have taken a lot of time to make. Did you get my comment?
Yes, sir, this is a AI created art.
Okay,
Uh,
so that's what, like, how you created that. Just walk us through so that we can understand.
I have to give the lot of inputs, lot of program to the chat GPT to convert this art. It was not so easy कि मतलब जल्दी से type किया and then वो आ गया. So it took lot of time to what I message I want to give to depict it in the pic. So it was difficult to type all those commands. And in the end, I was able to get this image.
So again, ma'am, Sonal, ma'am, just like before ChatGPT, it was very easy. Actually, to make this art also, they had to go on iPad and sketch it. So it was actually a hand drawing through a digital media. But with ChatGPT now, the things are like you give command and it gets created. But there are some creative process also. So I think what you told, we should judge on creativity rather than content. That will be a better way to go forward.
Yeah, and next time onwards, we can have maybe, different entry for digital.
Entries for, yes.
Because digital art has increased manifold, and probably its judging criteria should be, having people who are more into the digital world themselves. I have never made any digital art.
So
Whatever
the problem,
take it from
challenge
Meta,
is
they are
social-
also wrong. So I don't know.
So the challenge that we face with the socio-cultural contest is that we are not sure how many entries we are going to receive.
Yes.
Till the last date, we are like, हो भी पाएगा कि नहीं for an enough for a webinar. So
Yes.
just frank challenge that we face. So then at that point, we just feel that any creative thought process that's coming to the participants,
Yes.
fine,
Then
let them
we will-
send across. But
No,
once
not
we
saying that it should be rejected, not saying that. I'm just saying initially itself, we can now, because of the
segregate, yes, I
digital
agree with you.
art is increasing. So we can in the initial itself say that we will take in entries in the digital format, in the reel format, as well as in the
Yeah. So
painting.
we had mentioned this, but yes, the judging can be different. Maybe we can start from this contest as well. I have a list. So maybe when the marks are collated, we can announce a separate winner for the digital art and a separate winner for the handmade art. If all the judges are on the same page.
That's up to the organizers.
No, I mean, definitely the judges' inputs is important. So we can discuss this. Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
especially the AI supported art. That will be different from, just the digital art, as Nilesh was telling, that for digital art also, you have to make, you have to do some work. But for AI supported, a different section should be there. So either the participant should declare it openly that my art or reel has not been made with AI. There should be a declaration, or if they are doing it with AI, then a separate entry for that should be there. For those should be there.
Yes, this is a point well noted, ma'am. Yes. Fine. So thank you for all those inputs. Thank you, Dr. Rohit, for your creative entry. And we move on to our next.
Next one.
Yeah.
By Dr. Roma Johri. She's a this is for by Dr. Roma Johri. She's a glaucoma consultant at Sri
Hello,
Shankar
ma'am.
Netralaya, Hyderabad. And we will have her artwork now.
Yeah.
So this looks like an hand painted art. Can you describe it, Dr. Roma? Dr. Roma, are you there?
Yes, she's there.
Ma'am, can you hear me, please?
Yes.
So, ma'am, I am depicting my art in the form of a case presentation. My patient is Planet Earth, who presented with symptoms of difficulty breathing because of pollution, fever spikes because of global warming, and blur vision because of climatic change and environmental neglect. On examination, I found the foggy vision was there and signs of retinal stress due to UV exposure and ozone depletion. I made a diagnosis of planetary health decline secondary to anthropogenic activity. I dispensed spectacles, as you can see in the picture, with the aim to restore vision where nature is beautiful and wildlife flourishes. And also, I gave the treatment in our clinic where we administer oxygen by planting trees, preserve the aquatic life by saving water, promote eco-commuting like walking and cycling, adopt solar energy, shift to digital record, reduce the plastic waste and ban plastic covers, bottles, and cytotoxic disposable, use biodegradable packaging for pharmaceuticals and eye drops. And now we can see that with committed adherence, our prognosis is hopeful. Patient Earth can heal and regain her clear vision for a healthier and greener world. Thank you.
So this looks really nice and like how it is made into a case presentation kind of, story.
Yes,
Dr. Lippy ma'am, do you want to add
Yeah,
anything?
this is very creative actually. So as soon as you completed this, I switched on my audio and video. So from where did you get this idea? Was it
Ma'am, they
online?
have
Did you?
mentioned ophthalmologist and they have mentioned to save Earth. So I just collected in my thought process how can we save Earth and how can we match it with our ophthal things. So with the case presentation, I can show a patient, though it is not a only ophthal patient, but planet Earth as a whole patient, and how I can help in both the way, being a surgeon first and then being a ophthalmologist. So I just clubbed the image and made it like that. So small points like the water is coming through the IV pipe and there small fishes are there, the oxygen they are getting from the trees, and solar energy is there in our OT light. So like that.
Yeah, ingenious idea. Very nice.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so
Very
much.
nice, Dr. Roma. Just to
Thank you,
keep
ma'am.
the interest of time, we have another webinar at 9 o'clock actually. So we'll just move on the next reel. That is the last entry of today by Dr. Rohit Gupta.
Let's save the planet. Make every day Earth Day. Say no to plastic bags. Say no to pesticides. Let's walk and not drive.
That is a very nice and short and sweet reel, I must say. And I think most of us are actually doing it already. That we are keeping, our consumables and different thing in the old plastic bottles or the trays or the boxes. Sonal ma'am, would you like to add anything to it?
I really
Ma'am, you are on.
made it musical. So the last one, comparing reel to reel. So the last one had a very powerful message, but this one is like very catchy because of the music. So yeah, it would appeal to a younger crowd maybe as patient education video, of course, and doctor education also. So there are young residents who would maybe pick on these things slowly and slowly. They are watching what the seniors are doing. So yeah. Excellent job.
Yeah. So I think that was the end of all our entries. I think we had a wonderful time. We received some wonderful inputs. We'll have quick closing. So the results, we'll announce it over the weekend. I'll request the judges to send their mark sheet to me by the end of the webinar, and we'll collate the marks and announce the results in a day or two. And before we go on to the vote of thanks, I'd request the judges, all the judges one by one, to give quick closing comments on their, their feedback or any comments. So we can start with Sumita ma'am. She's still there. Sumita ma'am. Okay, maybe we can come back to her later. Dr. Sonal, would you want to say something? Yeah, Sumita ma'am is there. Yes. Hi, ma'am.
I was having a little doubt about what I'm going to do in this, but it was quite an enjoyable evening. And thank you for considering me. And congratulations to all the participants. There are always some winners and only some winners, but I would say some of the ideas and some of the material which was presented in form of art, whether it is digital or hand drawn, was really creative. So please keep doing that, because we are all ophthalmologists, but it is also important to keep our other passions going. And I would request all the participants to feel encouraged about doing something other than just ophthalmology, and please keep doing it. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Dr. Sonal, you would want to say something? Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for including me, Dr. Nupur and Dr. Sunandini. Without the powerhouses that you both are, none of the activities would actually be possible, but they are being held so regularly. And I should say that, Nilesh, this team itself deserves an award. The organizers deserve awards for their regularity and their innovation. Every time they're bringing in something new, and enthusiastic people are then, bringing it into fruition in a way, their ideas. So yes, they deserve awards, they deserve accolades, definitely. But it's like the organizers are doing a wonderful job. So I want to praise them also, both of them, Sunandini and Nupur. And it's very difficult to consistently go on and on doing so many webinars. And I, from my end, keep refusing so many of the events that when I get to participate, I'm really very excited and try to put in my whole, because I really can't do a half-hearted thing. So it's not my style of doing things. When I'll give the time, I'll give my full time. So that's something that I regret when I miss out on so many of their wonderful events. But congratulations for doing a consistent job to both of you and the entire team, of course. And Priya and everyone has been doing such a wonderful job. And the participants, beginning from Gunjan to the innovative lanyard ideas by Dr. Anju and Dr. John, and then the sustainability, Dr. Megha and Dr. Rohit, all have done such a wonderful job. So it's going to be very tough for you all to be collating the results and coming up with the ultimate winners, I should say. So congratulations to each of the participants as well for such a wonderful job. And Nilesh, just keep an eye on this team. They are growing and they need more and more space soon.
Definitely, ma'am.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
first Lippy, ma'am.
Yeah. Lippy ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Sonal, for those kind words. Yeah. Lippy ma'am. Yeah.
Yeah, so creativity is something which creativity is seeing what am I
Yes, ma'am.
yeah. So creativity is seeing what others see and thinking what others did not think of. So this is something which I found in many of the presentations. Congratulations for that. And congratulations to the YOSI team. Yeah, this is the first time I think I have been part of YOSI in some way. All youngsters and all creative ideas and creative minds. Some of that I could not get also digital. Something Nilesh was talking about ID card and all, it flew above my head. But I hope with the new generation, I'll be able to catch up. And yeah, go green, leave green, love green, wear green. I am in green. So as somebody put in their presentation, there is no planet B. We do not have a planet B. So we have to live on this earth. So let's keep on with this earth care and eye care. Yeah, thank you.
Lippy, ma'am, I'll take a chance to invite you to our YOSICon in September at New Delhi. It is in India Habitat Center from 5th to 7th September. And we would love to have you there, and we would love to have your thought and involvement in all the activities that is there.
Okay, thank you, Nilesh. Thank you.
Thank you. So, and Sonal, what you are telling, actually, we are thinking that when any company goes too big on share market, we need to have 2 or 3 companies. I think this team is so active that we need to have like 2, 3 subgroups in that, because Nupur ma'am is like overburdened. I think every month she is having some 2, 3 commitments with YOSI, and she is taking care of all that. Apart from the taking care of IROC, so her team and her zeal is actually very inspiring to all of us. So thank you for that, ma'am, and keep continuing the good work. I think we all are inspired by you.
So I think I don't feel overburdened with socio-cultural
Yeah.
ever because it's my passion. So when you have a passion for something, you never feel overburdened. It's if I'm not doing it, I feel there's a part of me missing, So I
Yeah.
never, you're wrong in that. I never feel overburdened with socio-cultural. It's something that I look forward to, and it sort of, it's I think it's just an outlet. And as Dr. Sonal mentioned, it's because it's not just because of the team. I think it's because of the participants, Megha, Gunjan, now Dr. Roma, Rohit, and Anju and David. Sorry, John. They've been participating so actively, that they inspire us to keep doing more. So these are really out of the box ideas. They can really not be very successful. But I think they've been successful because we've had some wonderful participants. So I think that is the whole thing. So with the interest of time, I'll quickly move on to the vote of thanks. And so beginning, yeah. So the winners, as I said, we'll be announcing in a day or two. So as Nilesh, would you want to do the honors and invite everybody to to become a YOSI member and the YOSICon?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So this is our QR code. You can join the YOSI gang, and right now there's a discount also going on. Anybody who is becoming YOSI member and registering for YOSICon, there is a discount of 1,000 rupees on the combo. And this is going to be the largest congress of young ophthalmologists across the globe. We are expecting around 1,000 to 1,200 delegates, with 200 or 250 international delegates. Already we have around 12 international societies on board with us who are sending their delegates to us. And submission is going on. It is right now 1st May, but we might extend it for next 15 days also, so that we get more people to participate. So just please do the needful, and become a YOSI member and participate. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Nilesh. So with this, I would first like to thank the entire YOSI Governing Council for giving us the opportunity and their unwavering support to YOSI Socio-Cultural. A special shout out to Dr. Sonal Kalia, who's also one of my best friends since post-graduation, who actually brainchilded this idea of socio-cultural. Thank you. Thank you to the entire Governing Council. Nilesh is there today, and thank you so much. I would like to thank all the judges, Dr. Sumita ma'am, Dr. Lipi ma'am, Dr. Sonal, Dr. Nilesh, for taking out time, and judging this contest and being there wholeheartedly, giving your insights and comments, even, giving us feedback on the nuances of the contest. That means so much to us. I would like to thank all the participants, right from a resident to consultants, well established, in their practice. And thank you so much. Your creativity is what makes socio-cultural keep going. I would like to thank Dr. Sunandini, my co-moderator. Not, she was actually the brainchild behind this entire webinar. Thank you, Sunandini, again for this wonderful, innovative idea and, taking pains to get this executed. I would like to thank the entire socio-cultural team, Dr. Priya, Dr. Rakhi, who, have been, so instrumental in conducting all these socio-cultural activities. Thank you to all the audience who are watching, either live or will be watching later on YOTube. Hope you benefit from this idea and we are all able to implement this, the Earth Day concept in our lives. And as Nilesh said, the first step would be to probably get it implemented in YOSI-Con. Any feedback, I had projected the email ID. You can write to us. If you have any ideas on what we can do further, any ideas or any feedback, we are more than welcome. So with this, we will call this a wrap. And I'll just tell Manjula to switch on the live streaming. We'll have a quick group photograph and then we can leave because the other webinar needs to start. Manjula,
Sure.
could you stop the live streaming? Yes.
Sure, Doctor. One second.
I'll request everyone to quickly switch